What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 20 of the Pack Mentality Podcast, your number one source for Zombies Discourse. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the Black Ops 1 and 2 ports very briefly, as well as going over all the teasers we missed since the last episode, and then finally going over the intro cutscene. We have yet to get a blog post, which is very unfortunate, so if the blog post does come out, we will add an addendum after the fact. If you want to skip to this time, you can go see what we have to say about that. But as for now, everything we're going to be talking about at this moment is going to be with no blog post in mind. Treyarch completely screwed us on this. But yeah, before we get into it, I want to introduce you guys to my little buddy here. This is Kino. Yes, we named him Kino. It was the closest thing we had to like that could be a name, right? You know. So some other great suggestions were Monty, Black Ops 2 Origins.
Yep, that was mine.
Yeah. Ultimately, we did land on Kino, so I wanted you guys to say hi to this little guy. And now I'll go ahead and let him rest. But yeah, with that said, let's start with I think it was today that it came out, the Black Ops 1 and 2 price changes for PC and Xbox, which I think is sort of what we're expecting it to be for these PlayStation ports. Yeah, Shorbsy, what are your thoughts on that? I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my references here.
Yeah, man. Well, first of all, you buried the lead with not mentioning that you got the haircut. It's a very special occasion for, obviously we got Kowakujo coming up, BO2, BO1, new map and new games got AQ Devi acting a certain type of way, so
New face card.
So with the BO1, BO2 ports, great news was that they are actually official and coming out. It wasn't just like some kind of like rumor or something, and that they're coming out as soon as sometime in July. It could be July 1st, could be end of the month, but yeah, in terms of the prices, I know some people are upset about the prices. So basically, according to Charlie Intel, who's obviously a very reliable source, so each game is going to be $40, and then individual DLC prices are going to be $10. So season pass, that's just every DLC? Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, you can be upset with it. Treyarch knows who their audience is, and it's schmucks like me that are gonna pay whatever amount it takes to be able to play the amazing BO2 and BO1 maps again on the PS4, PS5. I get it from a business standpoint. I was actually recently listening to it was one of Mr. Waffle's most recent videos, and he mentioned how like something with Activision or Treyarch, or maybe it was just Sony and Microsoft, how they're having like some kind of like financial thing where like it wouldn't hurt for them to do something like this where they can sort of bring in more money from that.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever going to be like free. Like I don't think that was ever like a realistic option. I know a lot of people were saying that just because there's like such old games, but yeah, I think 70 for like the full thing for each game. I'm personally okay with that, but I'm also a schmuck. Like if it was like 200 for each, I would still pay that because I just love those games so much. So personally, I don't have a problem with it, but I definitely get if people are feeling a little bit iffy on, games that are, what is it now, 16 and 14 years old each are going to cost them like $70 for the full experience. I mean, that's not even, but that's before the camos are free. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, $70 a pop. Yeah, I get it. People are upset about it. I'm personally not. I'm just looking forward to getting my hands on Buried for the first time in a while. So, yeah, super excited. But yeah, that's my piece on that. What are your thoughts, Mr. Debbie?
Yeah, man. $40 for the base game, $10 per DLC, or you can do the $30 season pass. It is nice that all of the personalization packs, the camo packs that they've come out with for, I think that's specifically only BO2, those are allegedly completely free, which is nice. But yeah, $70 if you plan on getting every DLC, you would just pay for the base game and season pass per game. It's a little stiff, especially considering this is not a remaster of any sort. This is purely just to be able to boot up the game you know and love from back in the day and play it on your PlayStation console. It is a little rough. Now I don't have something to currently record my PlayStation 3, which is the only way that I can right now play those games unless I got it on PC. I don't necessarily plan on doing that, but yeah, with that in mind, I don't know if it's worth it to me. It sounds like it definitely is to you. I know you've had
Yeah.
that buried itch.
Yeah.
My biggest thing is I've had this problem going back to older CODs, pre Cold War, where they don't have an FOV slider, and it has made me feel like I am just like
Yeah.
I just have shallow eyes and I'm close to everything. Like it's so hard to go back and play those games without being able to like get a little more visual distance. So yeah, if they are true ports and true console ports, and we don't have anything to adjust the FOV, it is gonna. I might not even get them. I might just have to bite my
Whoa.
tongue and just get them on PC. To be
Wow.
honest, it's a rough circumstance. But man, if they made that one change, I could very easily see
different.
myself getting it. But it's just the knowing what I always have to deal with mentally and going back to BO3 on console and getting used to that. It takes a while. So putting myself through that pain for that price point, I don't know, man. Like for some people that can easily just swap between games like that and not have a bother about the FOV or little things like that, more power to you. Pay the $140 for both the games and their DLC. But as of right now, I don't think I'm gonna do it, which is
Wow.
really unfortunate to say.
Absolutely breaking my heart with it. So yeah, I'm glad you mentioned it though, because obviously the ideal scenario is they do have the FOV slider. Because I agree with you. Like, I've heard so many people say that, specifically a game like BO4, if like when you play it on PC and you have that FOV slider, like it feels like I guess it feels more like BO3, which I love the BO3 like core mechanics much more than BO4. So
Sure.
it does actually play like a pretty big role, and like there is a little bit of like adjusting going from BO7 back to BO3 where everything's like super zoomed in, and there's definitely like a little bit of an adjustment period with that. So yeah, definitely hoping that they have the FOV slider. Another thing is I wouldn't mind like or not I wouldn't mind. I'm really hoping that there's also they can somehow make it like 120 frames for the port as opposed to 60, because that like that input delay like kills me
Yep.
with the 60 frames. So if they literally just do those two things, that'll be like a gigantic victory for porting over like the older games. Like it'll make them feel that much better with just those two like minor changes. But yeah, I will say I'm a little surprised that the FOV slider is like that impactful for you, that like determines whether you get the game or not. That's
I know. It's a hard pill
big,
to swallow.
yeah, it is. But gosh, yeah, that I don't know, man. Like you're not like super excited to play like Buried or like BO2 Origins or Mob or anything like that?
So Warman helped me actually, and I forgot that I even have it. Like I can play BO1 and BO2 on my laptop for free. So technically I already have access to those, and I can record them this way.
Right.
So yeah, the biggest shame is like I guess I wouldn't be able to play with you.
That is a shame.
Unless you get them for free with the same method that Warman showed me.
My laptop would explode.
Yeah,
Right in front of me.
I know.
So,
I might
yeah,
just
maybe
do
not.
it for you.
I would appreciate that.
We'll see, but
The goal is to get a PC soon here, but that's sort of a conversation for a different day. But yeah, let us know if you guys are getting it. I can't imagine anybody listening to this is not getting it if they don't or if they do have a PS5 and they don't have like PC or Xbox or something. It's just two absolute classics. Even like not even specifically for the zombies, but like multiplayer is great in both as well. Like, yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's an exciting time. And coming right after Kowakujo, like, dude, yeah, we're eating really good. Which I guess is a good transition. Unless you had anything else to say, I was gonna start getting
No?
into these Kowakujo teasers.
Go for it.
So yeah, we are gonna go in order, sort of like we got a good handful of teasers here. We're gonna go in order, like date. Oh, there goes my phone. Date that they were released. We did cover the very first one in last week's pod because that teaser dropped the day of, and that teaser was, I think it was like the zoom out of like some like a courtyard area where
Yeah.
like the volcano's off to the left.
Yep.
So yeah, with this first one that we have, which is the second one that they posted, sort of a clip. It's like inside some kind of like shed building.
Shack.
Yeah, like a shack basically. You have the Arsenal station there, obviously. Obviously the thing that really catches your eye right off the rip is the sort of like lava river flowing through the middle there.
Yeah.
And then the quote being, "I swore I would never return here." Almost certain that's Takio. I can't imagine that's anybody else. But
Yeah.
I don't think we know for certain. But we'll just say it's Takio, obviously saying that. Yeah. What are your takeaways from this clip here, Mr. Debbie?
Yeah, like you said, obviously the lava being what seems like an obstacle that it's a traversal sort of obstacle. It seems like in that specific room it's something that you can jump over maybe. We talked about it last week, like having the obstacle of lava in this map is going to be a really cool thing. We're obviously still very curious to see if it's something that'll be dynamic, where it's maybe not always in certain spots throughout the entire game. I think that would definitely spice up the map in a large way. This to me looks like something that would probably be a pretty static, like the lava's always in the arsenal room here,
Right.
which is fine with me. It obviously very much fits the theme of Kowakujo. So yeah, I'm excited. I love the art direction of this map. I can't say it anymore. Yeah, cool first teaser. And the quote, "I swear I would never return here." Like you said, I'm operating under the assumption that that's Takio. And it's fascinating, but I'll kind of go over it a little more as we see the rest of these, because it does bring up a lot of questions in my head. But yeah,
Right.
that's all I have to say for right now with that specific one.
Yeah, I guess just real quick, I'm hoping that like what do you think? Yeah, I guess I'll start with a question. Do you think it'll do like BO2, like town lava damage where it sort of ticks away and like if you stand in it for too long, or do you think it like it's not, knowing Treyarch, it's not gonna like like it's not gonna
Yeah.
be like standing there for 2 seconds and like you're done.
Yeah.
But like, do you think it's gonna be like a respectable amount of damage where you can't just like stand in there for 10 seconds or something?
Like more, I would say the same, if not, and what I expect to be probably more damage over time than something like Town. Yeah, I would say that it's going to be a pretty punishing like jump to miss.
Right.
That's I don't know how long is like the right sort of sweet spot.
Hmm.
I would say a little quicker to down you than something like Town though. Yeah,
Okay.
something to
Um,
really watch out for.
right. And with that in mind, I hope that they have like wall jump areas like set up where you can,
Mm.
because like if you're one hit and the only way to get away from the zombies is crossing that like little lava river, it would be sweet if they gave that mechanic where you could like wall jump over it and stay alive.
Yeah.
But yeah, super happy that it looks like there's actually some like environmental hazards in the map, and it's not just like, I know when we were talking about Totenreich, I was like, please let us go in the water, and
Yeah.
that didn't end up being the case. But I mean, it looks like there's just no way that we're not able to go into the lava, right? Um, yeah, really hoping that it's actually like a an actual hazard, and we have to like be mindful of it when we're around it. It's not just like some small thing that's gonna tick like 2 health every second or something.
Yeah, I assume it's gonna be more than just set dressing.
Right. Yeah, that sort of translates into or segues into the second teaser that we got or that we're going to talk about today. Sort of this bridge that's broken in half. I guess there's I've heard a couple of people say that's like a, what is that thing called? The crafting table underneath the bridge there. I didn't notice that in my first look, but yeah, it does appear that there is a crafting table under. Like, you see that as well, right?
I see what you're talking about.
That's such an odd place to have a crafting table. But I mean, it looks amazing. It even like further contributes to the idea that like the volcano is just right there next to the map, and it's gonna be so like cinematic seeing that for the first time, just like massive volcano with the lava like flowing through the map. But yeah, in general, what are your takeaways from this little snippet here?
I'm really glad that you pointed that out, because I didn't have a ton to say that wasn't sort of similar to the last thing, which is like, is that bridge going to be something that we have to get over to avoid falling into lava again? And I think it's interesting though that, yeah, that assuming that's a crafting table, like, looks like you kind of have to like get under the bridge, and you kind of have to be speedy about it, or else the horde's going to follow you around that corner, and to get out, you either have to kill them or risk like an interesting like jump around them and risk falling into what I would assume is like a lava pit kind of below under that bridge.
Yeah, so looks like it.
I'm very curious to see how it actually works in game, but yeah, it seems like this lava is going to be a pretty large hazard all throughout the map, which is a great thing to me. And I'm sure that there will be spots that aren't so bad about it. It's more of getting from point A to point B. Different POIs within the map are going to be like the dangerous spots, but I assume there will be spots with plenty of room, sort of like that courtyard one that we talked about last week. That seems pretty simple to train in. It's pretty small, but obviously that wasn't super like lava filled or anything. Right. And then the quote, it seems my past has found me. Again, assuming it's Takeo, like, and this is the cursed castle that belongs to Takeo's relatives. Yeah, I'm very fascinated where they're going with this. I don't necessarily have so many theories. One I'll kind of throw around in a little bit when we talk about a specific something, but I don't think it's gonna be anything we've seen before story-wise, and that just has me so giddy. Like, I'm very happy with the direction they're going and taking a new step towards looking at these characters in a perspective that we haven't really seen them in.
Yeah, agreed with everything you just said. It looks absolutely incredible. It's like each new map that comes out, I'm like, this visually looks like the best map in the game. And then yeah, it just keeps the entire game is incredible, like with the atmospheres, and yeah, this looks like it might actually be at the very top as well, which is insane to say. And then I'm sure the final map's gonna be even better than this, and yeah, so on. But yeah, it looks amazing. The teasers, I feel like they're doing a really good job with sort of being enough to like catch your interest, but it's not giving away like too much about the map itself.
Yeah.
So yeah, looks incredible. Really happy with the teasers and how the map looks overall. Dude, just cannot wait to get into this map, bro. Thursday at noon is gonna be an absolute movie. But so yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say next one was a pretty big one, pretty interesting one to see. It's the one of Takeo walking out of the castle, and there's just debris and ash flying around. Takeo is literally choking, putting his arm up, which is very interesting to see. The quote here is, bright skies, burning dark, sun forever choked by ash, Nyxara will rise. Nyxara, I think we're all assuming that that's going to be the Shadow Smith, which we'll talk about very soon after when we get into the intro cutscene. But yeah, man, what are your thoughts on this whole like sort of in-game cinematic thing we're seeing?
Yeah, so this was the one that really like I was like, oh dude, like now we're talking. I love this clip.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of different like ideas as to what it could be. I guess like I sort of narrowed it down to three. Like there's three that came to mind instantly. It was like it could be this or it could be this or and so the first one is I think like the most sort of obvious one could be that it's a max ammo round, similar to how we got like the ice and everything for Totenreich. Yeah, just the volcano like erupts or something, and you sort of get this effect. And if you're outside, you get the like decreased accuracy. It looks like, and then like with Takio or whoever your character would be, like coughing every now and then. I think that would sort of. I think that would like that might be the idea with it. Whereas like in Totenreich, it was just like slowed movement.
Yeah.
And then obviously visually with like the ash and like the fog and everything like covering the map, it might be a little bit more difficult to see the enemies, but it's not like it doesn't look too bad. Like it doesn't look like the Darkest Shore fog. Yeah. Not everything wants to be the Darkest Shore, but it can't. So, so yeah, that was the first idea. And dude, oh my gosh, the way like the sun is still like poking through the, it's so sick. But yeah, so like Max Ammo Round was the first one. The second one was basically the same idea, but it's not tied to the Max Ammo Round. It's just like every now and then the volcano erupts, and if you're caught outside when it happens, then like this is sort of like the effect until you can get inside.
Just like a random dynamic event.
Yep, just volcano erupts every now and then. I think personally that would be my favorite. I would like if it was less predictable, like where it's like, oh, Max Ammo Round, like gotta get inside. That's kind of how it is on like Astra, where it's like you get the Max Ammo Round and you don't want to be hit by like the 115 rock, so you just go inside and avoid it all. I'd love for it to just be random like this.
For sure.
And then the third one, which I'm desperately hoping it's not, but I also don't think it is this is just like the Takio side quest, basically. Like this is sort of one of the like event, like just a part of it where you sort of like walk through the map for some reason. I don't think it's that for a couple reasons. One, I don't think that they would show it first and foremost.
Yes.
Like it wouldn't make sense for them to sort of it would be super cheap if they like displayed this and sort of like had people thinking that this was like a every game like experience and that it was just like the side quest.
It's a great point.
Thank you. Another thing is like when he like steps outside, you can sort of see this like on like the borders of the screen, you can sort of see this like effect on the like the borders of the screen that are sort of similar to like when you step outside in like Totenreich and you get the sort of the ice on the borders. It's like right there at the beginning, you get this like sort of like smoke billow thing going on.
Yep.
I think that sort of like lends more credit to it being a Max Ammo Round. And then also at the very beginning, you can see the mystery box light at like the top right corner. I think that might be like the biggest reason why it's not the side quest. But yeah, those are sort of the ideas I have. My best guess is it's the Max Ammo Round. And it looks amazing. Like it's so sick. I really hope, I just really hope it's the I guess I hope it's the random volcano eruption, but I would be totally fine with it being the max ammo thing. So, in terms of like how that would play, I love it. Like I have no problem with them like making the max ammo rounds a little bit tougher, same way that they did in Totenreich. Like they made it actually something that you have to like pay attention to.
Yeah.
And visually, dude, it just looks unbelievable. Like I am so excited to experience whatever this is. I am so excited to experience it when I load up Kowakujo. So, that was my long-winded sort of explanation there. But overall, huge fan of whatever this is. What are your thoughts, Mr. Devi?
Yeah. So my initial thought, which is a lot lamer than some of the other things you mentioned. I agree. I don't think it's the Takio side quest because of what you said, and all of the times that we've seen it so far, it takes place completely out of bounds from like the main map that we're playing on. It's somewhere else. Usually like it's a memory that the Tempest crew, as we call them, is sort of reflecting on or something like that. So yeah, I completely agree. And the fact that we can see the mystery box light, yeah, I don't think it's that. But the thing that I was looking at was it. I don't know if I'm like not giving Treyarch enough credit with this idea, but it sort of just gave me the vibe of like when you leave the building out of Terminus for the first time, and there's the cinematic, like, you know, the zombies and the Janus officers like are shooting each other, or the zombies are eating them. It could be like a one and done sort of thing like that. The first time you leave the castle, like into like the wider outside area of the map, like that could be what plays.
That'd be so sick.
That would be cool, but that would be, I don't know, once per game. I want to see something like this all throughout,
all the time. Yeah.
Although could that get annoying? I don't know. I guess it would depend on if it is the max ammo run thing. It's how annoying do you see like the freezing effect on Totenreich, for example. I assume it would function similarly, and I don't mind those. I kind of like having those every 5 or 6 round hazards that sort of Totenreich and Astra lend themselves to. So I much prefer your idea that it's a max ammo round sort of effect, or even better, as something that's just dynamically randomly happening as you play throughout the map. That would definitely be my preference. So lots of interesting ways they could go. I mean, for all we know, it could be something completely different as well. Only time will tell. Seemingly this week coming up, which is crazy. Yeah, I'm so excited, man. Like, I just want to throw in there, like I love that they're sort of like an elemental thing that they're going with these maps. Like, I guess this would obviously be the fire map. Totenreich would be the ice map, or even water map, because you can fish. Ashes, you could say it's like the grass, the woodland sort of map. Even something like Astra, obviously it's very technology with Oscar, and how Shem's cold operates. You could say it's like electric. And I'm always the type that when I play Pokemon, I always pick the fire starter no matter what, because fire stuff is so cool to me. So this map is like hitting a spot in me, like, oh, we're going to the fire element spot.
Right.
It's gonna be so sick, and all of that is it'll tie into when we get into the intro cutscene and all that stuff too. So, but yeah, huge fan of that particular teaser. Really quickly, That gun, do you know what gun that is?
So I it's funny you mentioned that, because I saw somebody say it looked like what is it? From AW, it's like the HB3AR or something.
Oh,
somebody said that looked like that. Obviously, it's not going to be that, but
because of the diamond iron sights.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Which, like, it does look pretty close to that, and we know we're getting the AN94, but that's obviously not the AN94, so it's. Yeah, like, that's a DLC gun, right? Like, we haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, that does not look like anything we've seen. The vibe it gave to me, I might be tripping. Sort of like the Call of Duty Ghosts, like Maverick, almost too.
Ooh, okay.
I'm really bad with. Okay, yeah, the Maverick did have, and I'll put it here. It did have sort of like diamond shaped sights as well, but that's Infinity Ward. Who knows? But yeah, whatever it is, it seems like it's gonna be similar to stuff we've seen before. Always love a good, I think, assault rifle probably is.
Yeah.
More weapons the better. I'm loving the gun grind this year, and we'll talk about that with one of the dead drops too. Yeah. Yeah, all in all, fantastic teaser. I wish they would have been doing this all year, but we'll take it here. Absolutely.
Yeah. Over just looks incredible, like visually. Just, yeah, it's amazing. I'm super excited to see exactly what's going on with this in the actual game.
Hell yeah.
Another thing that I'm very much looking forward to see in the game is the next user that they dropped, which is is it Oni or Ani?
Oni.
Oni. So it was funny because when this picture released, it seems like there was a lot of people that were like, I knew it was gonna be an Oni, and I've literally never heard of an Oni in my life. I think that's like a IW pistol or something. Like that was like the only connection that I made.
I'm familiar with the concept of an Oni, to be clear.
Okay. And
it's just uncultured.
Dude, I know, yeah. I got so close to getting Dead by Daylight like a few months ago, and if I did, I would have been cultured because I guess Oni is like one of the dudes that you can be in Dead by Daylight, so
I did hear that.
Was this close to being cultured.
Beware the eye of the Oni is interesting as well.
So yeah, I mean, it's sort of the like outside of it is like it's on this banner thing, and like, do you think those symbols on the banner, do you think those are like something to take note of, or I just found those interesting. I feel like those are like there for a reason.
It's a good question. I don't know. What if it's like maybe the Masaki like family crest or something?
Could be.
Maybe something like that, but a crest is more of like it's not a symbol you have like repeated, so
yeah,
maybe not. But no, it looks kind of cool, kind of like sort of even similar to the guild logo in a way.
Oh yeah, okay.
A little bit, but yeah, I don't know what the significance of those symbols are, but it fits like the outer bindings of a scroll kind of thing. So
right. But yeah, overall, I mean, the glowing eyes are sick. I really hope that it actually has like glowing eyes like in the map, and it's not just like a visual thing to sort of like have us focus on the eyes from the caption that Treyarch put out.
Yeah,
dude, it looks, I mean, just this like giant samurai with a club with like, why not? Like it looks amazing. I will say at first, and like you can clown on me for this, I literally thought in his right hand, I thought he had like an MP40 in his right hand. If you can see the picture, I was like, oh my gosh, bringing back zombie with a gun from Vanguard, bro. I'm not looking forward to that.
Oh my god.
Does it not look like that though? Like, am I tripping?
Let me see it with that.
You have to look at it and think that that's an MP40 in his right hand.
It doesn't look like anything's in his hand.
It look in his right hand? Okay, I mean like on his arm-ish. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't like zoom into it or anything, but that totally looks like he has like an MP40 in his hand.
Are you seeing like the crease?
I'm seeing sort of like it looks like there's like sort of a barrel by like that sort of comes off of like the middle of his forearm, and then
yeah, that's like the crease in the photo.
Yeah, so right off the rip, I was like, "Oh, dude, that like, why does he have a gun?" And then I did end up clarifying that it wasn't that, just to be clear, just before I get cooked. But yeah, it looks absolutely amazing and terrifying at the same time. What are your thoughts on the Oni that we'll be seeing?
Yeah, man. What's the word you guys always use? Like. It can't be any other way. It's got to be an elite. It has to be an elite. No, I can't remember. It doesn't matter. But it's got to be a freaking elite. Like, I know, like, and it was so exciting too for a lot of people. Like, oh, Paradox, like first map with that an elite, and I don't even consider like Astra necessarily a map with an elite. You're not really meant to kill Oscar. You do get rewarded for it now, but I like really the only true elite that we sort of see is the Xursa on Astra and its survival maps. But no, I think we need a new one, and I'll talk about something related to that a little later, but. Yeah, it's got to be an elite. These things are known to be very, very large. I did do a quick Google search. It looks like they are categorized as demons or ogres. So that is very like I would. It says they are usually depicted as towering figures. So gotta be big, gotta be bulky. I did notice too that that iron club that it's carrying is like it's like a staple of
Okay.
the Oni.
That's sick.
What got me though, and I don't know why it's not coming up here, was like what Onis sort of represent, what they actually are. And it seems to depend on where the story's being told geographically. So in some regions, Onis are mortals. I'm just going to quote here. A mortal who lived an exceptionally wicked and malicious life is transformed into an Oni upon dying. It's a form of reincarnation. In others, it is a person that harbors so much jealousy, hatred, or rage that they transform into a demon while still alive. So, I'm wondering if this, along with some of the quotes that we saw in some of the teasers, could the Oni here be one of Takio's family members?
Okay.
It seems my past has found me. This is a cursed castle. Who knows what this cursed castle did mentally to the Misaki family, and maybe one of them either in life or died and ended up as this Oni that we continuously have to sort of bat away. That to me would be very, very cool.
That would be incredible. Yeah. Yeah, maybe something with, yeah, like obviously they were like a family of power, maybe sort of like leaning into the second description that you gave of the Oni, with like letting like jealousy sort of build up and turn them into something else. Maybe like something with like a power struggle within the family. Somebody became jealous, and then that's sort of the lore behind it. But
could be like a brother of Takio was jealous.
Dude, that'd be crazy.
That would be so insane. If they're not doing that, they need to change it immediately to something like that.
Change it right now, Jack. We know you're listening. But it looks, yeah, so to your point, with the whole like elite thing, yeah, I thought for sure the Necropincer was going to be an elite. To your point, Oscar, although we love him, isn't like your like true like standard elite. And then in Paradox we didn't get an elite either, so like we only have one map. Not that I think Treyarch should be like catering to like camo grinding or anything, but we do have one map with like a routinely killable elite. And that's sort of a side thing, but I do think that we need like sort of an actual elite that like spawns in every few rounds and like is a something that you have to deal with, but isn't ridiculous to kill like Oscar.
Yeah.
And this thing looks like it will be. Like I have a pretty good feeling that it's going to be the actual elite. It looks horrifying, and yeah, I'm hoping it sort of lives up to the way that it looks, because they're crushing it with everything atmospherically with the map so far. Do you think it'll have some kind of ranged attack? Like, do you think the MP40 in its right hand, do you think it'll shoot us?
I mean, considering it's only shown to be carrying that iron club in like all of its like artistic depictions, I also hope that it does not have a ranged attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. And I want to point out too, like I would even be okay. I would be more okay even if it were an Oscar styled elite. If this is like someone that we don't truly kill because of lore reasons, like if this is like Takio's brother, like we're not killing him, we're just kind of like shooing him away for a few rounds. Like we're not ultimately killing him. But yes, I think we need something to fear in a map again. And I don't think, unfortunately, like the Necropincer really does that, just because of how little health it has. But yeah, elites, it has nothing to do with the camo grind. Like I want to make that very clear.
Yeah.
It is just a special enemy, not special though. Just something to
change up
like
the gameplay.
something to raise the hairs on the back of
Yeah.
your neck when you hear it spawn in. Like I want another Panzer moment, another
Yep.
Uber Klaus. The Zursa is a fantastic elite enemy in my opinion, and we were like, oh, they're gonna cook all year on these, and then Oscar came around. Not exactly an elite, but functions really cool. Like the design of Oscar and how he operates in that map is like I can't give it enough praise just because of how different it is.
Right.
And I really thought they were going to keep that going, but I guess people were complaining about we don't need an elite every map. It's just for the camo grind. It's not for the camo grind to me. It just
Right.
it's the spice of life for zombies maps along with a number of other things, and I feel like to me it has been a bit missed. So yeah.
So I'm sort of in the camp where like I don't think every map needs an elite.
Sure.
Not for the camo grind or anything. Even though the Necropincer is a special, I still love it. Like I think it fits the map grade, all that. I'd say the only map that
Absolutely.
really has missed with that is Paradox.
Yeah.
Both basically reused enemies, and then they neutered the Radhounds, unfortunately. But
Not
yeah,
to mention the
besides
shock
that,
mimics don't fit. Like
they suck so bad, dude. I hate the shock mimics. Um,
I don't even hate them. They just don't fit.
Yeah.
It's a weird choice.
yeah, they definitely missed putting the, we've mentioned it a handful of times, and it was your idea with the Megaton from D Machine. Like that was just the perfect like hand in glove fit for the map. I don't know why they didn't. They literally brought Plague Hounds back from from D Machine. They just didn't think to bring over. Yeah, I don't know, man. Whatever. But yeah, this one Oni looks absolutely amazing, along with everything else in the map. It's so intriguing. I cannot wait to see everything that they have going on with this gentleman here.
Last thing I'll say, really quick, is it says they primarily act as brutal wardens of Jigoku, which is the Buddhist hell, punishing wicked souls. And like, assuming that this finale map is gonna be like I guess it's like the dark aether depiction of hell. It's the wardens kind of throne or whatever direction they're going. Like this is the sort of like last like defense entity against getting finally to the warden, or however this is gonna go.
Right.
But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. I think that's a fun little thing they're doing.
Yeah, I'm just very much looking forward to seeing how Oni plays in the game. Everything that you're reading lore wise sounds amazing. And above all, let's just not have a ranged attack track, all right? All right, so the next thing that they posted was the teaser for the cinematic. I don't think we need to cover that at all.
No, I sent that by accident.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want to talk about drama alert.
Oh my gosh, should we? Do you want to? No, we probably shouldn't.
It's stupid. Drama alert is a bunch of grifters. Anyways.
Okay, so yeah, the actual like next thing of substance that we got from Treyarch was the intro cinematic, which they posted it, and then sort of the caption that they put with it was, "What tragedies do the walls of the ruined Misaki family castle conceal?"
So sick.
Yeah, that's like the gif of the guy writing and like the pen's on fire or whatever. Yeah, what are your thoughts on I guess either the caption or the cinematic? You can take it either way, or just do both. It's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, I think the quote just like lends to like I'm just so excited. Like I really have no idea where they can go. I can theorize all day long, but I can't wait to get my hands on all the intel and the quotes and stuff. Like how is that gonna like roll into all this? As for the trailer itself, though, holy crap!
Yeah,
Lots of fun surprises. I love that it starts with them falling from the sky, and what does Carver say? Like, someone needs to teach the twins about ground level.
Yeah.
Come on, that's great.
Yep.
Little thing. And then the freaking, I don't know if you want to call them fire zombies, lava zombies, but when Takeo stabs one of them with a katana and it like heats up the katana where Takeo has to like drop it.
Yeah. So sick.
Oh. Obviously, you got Maya jumping on Dempsey's shoulder, and it's cool that they're not like they weren't just doing the sort of romance between Dempsey and Maya for the clout. They are seeming to continue that in little bits. They seem more comfortable with each other, all that.
Yeah.
And then Richtofen follows suit on Takeo's back.
So funny, dude.
Oh my gosh. And then, yeah, we look over where it's basically a freaking lava waterfall, a lava fall, if you will. And at the bottom is this cursed castle. But right before they fall, a freaking dragon popping up. And yeah, I'm just giving like all the plot points of the trailer. You give me your thoughts.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess real quick, I'll just sort of piggyback off what you finished off with was, and it's the picture of like the sort of the thumbnail of the cinematic is Takeo looking up at the dragon, and he says dragon, so he's obviously like familiar with it to some extent.
Yes.
So that's important to know that Takeo, I don't think, maybe I'm forgetting, but I don't think like any of the other characters were familiar with like if that dragon is Nixara, which I don't know if I'm convinced that it is.
I don't know. Yeah.
It doesn't seem like anybody else was familiar with their Shadowsmith. So if Nixara is the dragon, then this is a new dynamic that like Takeo actually knows who the Shadowsmith is. But dude, yeah, the dragon looks amazing. I love that it looks different from like the GK dragon. It looks like it thematically fits more of like a Japanese like feel.
Yeah. It's got the whiskers. Yeah. It's got a slimmer body. Yeah. And dude, it's torn wings.
Dude, oh my gosh. It's amazing. Just insane design, and it's one of those things where it's like blink and you'll miss it. Like I didn't even notice it my first watch through. Like somebody else mentioned it. It's like, oh dude, that's amazing. I love that.
Oh my god.
But yeah, overall, I did make a video, sort of going through it. I don't know. It's probably like my third. Like to me, this is like and like tell me if I'm wrong, but I think this is sort of like a little bit lesser version of like the Astra intro cutscene. I thought that just had more going on.
I mean the music behind it in Astra is so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. It felt very GK inspired. Just like it wasn't just that they're falling out of the sky. The dragon, not to mention the dragon. Like the last shot is the dragon breathing the fire. Oh, if they would have put another song on this, it would have been GK intro 2.0. Like
right.
Someone will put Aces.
I was just about to say that. But anybody listening, if you want free likes and retweets, bro, just put Ace of Spades behind the trailer and you'll get it easily. So yeah, incredible cutscene. Me sort of saying that it's like a lesser version of Astra's is not a knock to it at all. I think every cutscene we've gotten has been absolutely amazing. Even like Paradoxes, which really doesn't have a lot of action to it, but yeah, it sets the tone for the map and it looks just amazing visually. I guess we do have dead drops to get to, but before we do, I do have like I don't know if that's the Shadowsmith. I think them showing Dravikar was a one-off in terms of like showing us the Shadowsmith beforehand. I think them doing it back-to-back maps would be like just weird. But like I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe
I don't think it is.
You don't think it is?
I don't think it is.
What's your reasoning for it?
So we did a watch party in the pack, and we watched this trailer, and I don't remember who mentioned it. I'm sorry. I do this every time. It was probably Shelly because it's always Shelly, but
Yeah.
someone mentioned another GK reference, sort of that this could be the Shadowsmith's pet or something, and we would get another double boss fight. Like GK.
More GK, yeah.
That would be sick. We fight the dragon and then have to fight the actual Shadowsmith. Oh my god. Like,
I'd be so down.
With the cinematics that they've been going for, like the spectacle, like with Totenreich, for 2 boss fights back to back in the same map. Oh my gosh.
Insane. Yeah. I think that's a good point. Like, I wouldn't put it past him. Every map and boss fight has its own sort of like unique, call it a gimmick. And we haven't had a 2-parter yet, like in terms of like one boss and then it's a completely different like being. Obviously Caltheris, we had like 28 phases.
Phases, yeah.
But yeah, so 2 different like sort of entities would be a good change up. But obviously, like, we're probably just thinking that because the intro is already so GK pilled that like, why not just make it the second boss is actually going to be Mecha Nikolai coming back.
Not even. I think it's just the fact. Okay, so I looked it up too. Nyxara. Nyx, NYX means night, and that is, I think it's sort of Greek origin, I guess. And then the Ara points towards beauty or goddess. So this name sort of translates to night beauty or like goddess of night.
Okay.
So I don't know if that fits a dragon. And we already talked about it, I think it was last week, that because we didn't know that there was going to be a dragon, but like, would dragon be too on the nose? And I still think it kind of is. So would I be disappointed if the dragon was the Shadowsmith and what would I be disappointed if the dragon was the Shadowsmith? Maybe a tiny bit. Like, I think a BO7 level like dragon boss fight is gonna kick ass regardless. But I don't even think it fits like the like stylistic choices that they've been going with for the Shadowsmiths this year. Like, it doesn't seem like, to me, like a Shadowsmith would take the form of a dragon. But
Okay.
maybe because like the warden is sort of like making them into that form, like the dragon would be a good like thing to ward people off. I don't know the logistics of it. Yeah, at the end of the day, I wouldn't be very disappointed, but I would be kind of surprised if Nyxara, the Shadowsmith, is the dragon, and that's all I can say right now.
Yeah, I have like two or three thoughts, I guess, like surrounding that. One, there actually is a drawing in Paradox where it's like a dragon above the twins. It's not that 3-headed dinosaur thing that a lot of us were speculating about. It's like straight up a dragon. I think that was sort of the foreshadowing tidbit that they decided to hide in plain sight. I knew one of them had to mean something, bro, and I'm sure there's more I'm sure we'll see more. But yeah, so that's cool to see. I love this like foreshadowing, like hiding stuff right under our noses. I think they're doing a great job with that so far this year.
Hell yeah.
The other one was, I don't remember who said this translation, but I think another like thing that somebody came up, or like not came up with, but like somebody found that it also maybe loosely translates, since Kowakujo loosely translates, aka doesn't translate at all, to Cursed Castle. I saw a thing of like, it's like shadows, or like something that's like sort of like deceiving, basically. At least the thought that came to my mind was like, what if we sort of are shooting at Nyxara and then it sort of like poofs to like a phantom thing, and like that was just sort of like some kind of like deceptive like thing of our imagination, and then Nyxara is actually like on this side of the boss fight. Just, it was a thought that entered my mind, and it'd be such a sick like mechanic that we haven't seen before.
I'm imagining the Titan fight at the end of Infinity War with Doctor Strange, and he just like splits into a bunch of different ones, and you don't know which one's real.
Dude, oh, that'd
I
be
dig
so.
that.
I would love that. So yeah, just like sort of based off of like a loose translation that I saw, and then I think me and my buddy like theorized about that as well. That would be incredible. Yeah, I think I had a third thought, but it's blanking on it right now. So I guess if it comes back to me, I'll bring it up. But yeah, for now, anything that you wanted to say to sort of wrap everything up before we get into dead drops, or are you good to go?
I'm freaking hyped. I
Yeah.
I guess right now is probably the part where I'll put in the blog post if it comes out before the map,
Oh man.
because
Yeah.
geez. So
Come on, Treyarch, bro.
if you don't see a blog post after right now, Treyarch, you suck.
All right, everybody. We finally got the blog post. Better late than never on this beautiful Monday. Obviously, it's strange that we didn't get it on the Thursday, but we did finally get it. It was great reading through it. I posted a video of my like initial reaction to it, but of course we're going to talk about it right here. We're going to dissect the whole thing, go through everything that's worth talking about, and I will give the floor to you, Mr. Devi. What specifically stood out to you?
Oh man, yeah. There's a lot to go through here. Obviously we got our first look at the Oni. We actually got a name to the fire zombies being the scorched zombies, which have some interesting ways that they come about. And notably, like the very first thing I saw was the return of the OG Hellhounds, which is super
Yeah.
exciting. I mean,
Mhm.
obviously, aesthetically, it is gonna fit the map phenomenally. What do you think about just the Hellhounds? We'll take it piece by piece.
I love it. Yeah, it was really awesome reading that they were returning. I didn't see, because you actually get a picture of them in like the zombie events or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't scroll all the way to that. I didn't know that there was actually a picture of them. Their design looks phenomenal.
Hell
And yeah,
yeah.
just I think thematically they fit the map. I think they're a good pair with the Scorched zombies. They both fit sort of the volcano, sort of like hell, I guess, theme of the map. And yeah, just we're playing against Hellhounds again, man. What's there to complain about? Looking forward to it.
Nice. Yeah. Obviously the Hellhounds are probably, I imagine their movement is going to be pretty much the exact same as the Radhounds, and I wonder if these will play any differently, and maybe they let off some kind of bit of fire when you kill them. I'm not sure. Maybe that would feel too similar to the Radhounds, but regardless, the Hellhounds are one of the OGs, and I think if nothing else, it fits this map super well. So I'm super excited to have them here and be one other thing that we have to seemingly avoid. Let's see. There's a lot of interesting text. Like
Yeah.
the writing on this blog post as far as Kowakujo goes is fantastic. A lot of it is, letting us in on how they describe the intro cutscene. There were some interesting bits about. One says, face Nixara's undead army, liberate the Shadowsmith, and expose the curse that grips Takio's soul. And something about that stuck out to me was it. I don't know. I think that's kind of like lending towards like Nixara and the Shadowsmith are two different things, maybe. And I don't know. That wording was just strange to me.
Yeah, yep. It's funny you mentioned that because I actually mentioned that in my reaction video as well, where I said
Really?
like this is worded very strange. Like, is it saying sort of just another way of saying to free Nixara without saying like I don't know? Is it one of those like
Yeah.
just language things where you don't want to just say Nixara twice so close to each other? Are they saying like
Right.
yeah, that whole thing, or is it like Nixara is like the dragon and the Shadowsmith is something else? I think the way that they worded it and sort of a theory that I had, because I really don't think they would show us the final boss twice in a row.
Yeah.
I think Nixara is the dragon, and I think the Shadowsmith is going to be something else that we have not seen yet.
So are you leaning towards the double boss fight thing that we talked about?
Oh, that'd be so peak. That's not my like official prediction, I guess, but the way that they worded that is pretty strange. Like, it definitely
Yeah.
will make people think that they're two different things. So I won't be surprised if come Thursday when we get to the boss fight that it'll be like a 2-phase boss fight, or maybe Nixara like becomes friendly in the I can't imagine that's the case, but like basically what I am predicting is I don't think Nixara is like the Shadow Smith. I think it's just its own thing.
Yeah. Like we both said, the wording is super weird on that. Sorry, my allergies are crazy right now. The next big thing, of course, that popped up is a full in-game visual of the Oni, finally. Obviously carrying the giant club, and as soon as I read it, I was like, oh, Shorbzy. Oh,
yeah, dude. Oh my
if
gosh.
you wanna, we talked about it on this pod,
Yeah.
but we
Yeah, so
seemingly
this-
got confirmation if you wanted to
Yeah.
go into that.
So I guess before I knew basically like the lore behind the Oni, basically my interpretation of it was like, okay, sweet, we're getting like the giant samurai Oni with a big club, like that makes sense.
And an
then
MP40.
right, my apologies, I forgot about that. And the whole like shooting electricity out of its hands or whatever, I was like, is this like Raiden? Like, are we like fighting Raiden right now? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I was informed by Lechuga and Shelly that I guess that's like part of Oni's lore, is that he's able to sort of like manipulate weather, I think, specifically like thunder and lightning. So that's
Ooh.
like that like makes sense lore wise to like the Oni, which makes it a little bit easier to swallow. Like if without knowing that, I was just like, this is the most forced range attack I've ever seen in my life. Like, why are they doing this?
Yeah.
No, I mean that lore being a part of it makes sense. I still don't know. Like, I think because sometimes he like whatever like uses the electricity to like charge the club thing that he has, and like
Right.
that makes that attack more intense. And I thought, I was like, sure, that works. I'm totally fine with that.
Sure.
But yeah, I guess out of nowhere, he can also just morph into Raiden and zap you from far away, which, like in the video, I was just like, whatever, Trevor, like whatever. But I was informed it makes sense lore wise, and that makes it a little bit like easier of a pill to swallow. So, all other things Oni related look amazing. Like,
Oh yeah.
the picture that we got of it, like all the attacks sound fun. Hopefully the electric thing isn't ridiculous, but that's TBD. But definitely seems like it's an elite. I guess we'll find out come time, because they didn't mention it being an elite, but yeah, I guess we'll see about that. What are your thoughts on the Oni and its Raiden like range attack?
Yeah, man. Looks phenomenal. Of course, he's gonna have a strong melee, as we at least expected. It mentions here too about shrugging off blows with its heavy armor, which sounds bulky. Sounds like an elite.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, head to toe, it's covered in armor. It makes me think that it has to be an elite, because like my guess is we knock off the face mask thing that he has going on, and then we like that's the crit point. At least like it would function similar to like a warden from Mob.
yeah, interesting. I wonder what its face behind it would look like. Yeah, maybe it does make sense. I wonder if it's just like a zombie, or what would be the behind the mask if we could knock it off.
Well, it's got the flow going, just like you, bro. It had the flow going, but you chopped it. It still got it going on. I don't know why that was a detail that stuck out to me. I was like, oh, okay, zombies can have flow too. Sure, that works.
And as you said, he can electrify the melee weapon, and it says before launching into a powerful area of effect attack, which I earlier in this pod, but it was how many days ago for us? I mentioned him like stomping for like an area of effect.
Oh yeah,
that works too. And obviously too, he can fire the electric bolts, which I guess that's just the norm now for the crazier enemies to have. You obviously don't let them get close, but they're still able to punish you, because we really don't know how fast this guy is either. So if you can just outrun him, then ultimately he could never hit you. And I see why they're going for all these ranged attacks, but as I said before, like movement is king at the end of the day when it comes to zombies, and
Yeah.
this kind of is switching that up in the modern era.
But like you could, like I think a Margwa is such a well designed enemy, and you could outrun a Margwa. It's just don't get close to it, or if you do, like it punishes you, like basically makes you one shot. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. At least if it's lore wise, if it did not make any sense like with the actual lore of an Oni, I think like I would think that was like much more ridiculous. But um,
To be fair, if we're talking about the Margwa and you think about the Zursa, what is the Zursa's ranged attack? It's the bees
yeah.
that pop out when you hit it. The Margwa does the same thing with the parasites, yeah?
Yeah, but like the parasite, you just shoot it like twice, and like it's good to go, and like it's not guaranteed to hit you and stuff. Whereas like the bees just like track you, and they take like a healthy amount of bullets to take out. I don't know. I think the Margwas are just done better, I guess.
This guy just
But
wants easy enemies, that's all I'm
yeah,
hearing.
just only zombies, bro. Please.
The next thing was the scorched zombies, which look phenomenal. Like seeing the in-game actual picture compared to the intro cutscene. What did it say about it? I think it actually talks about it a little later, but I guess we can cover it now. Like, so yes, it seems like the lava does do damage to us, but it also damages the zombies.
Mhm.
But also, if the zombies spend too much time in the lava, they become these scorched zombies, which is very neat. I
Yeah.
like that there's that effect on both of us, and if we
Mhm.
like utilize the lava to our advantage too much, we still get punished for it a little bit, which I think is a good push and pull for me personally.
Yeah, I think just great that like there's actually like environmental hazards. Hopefully, the lava does like noticeable damage. Like you can't just hang out in there.
Yeah,
Slows you down. I think that's good.
yeah,
Like it's I mean it's lava. Obviously, it's a place that you don't want to stick around with. But to your point, like you could be smart and sort of use that to your advantage. But then if you overdo it, then it doesn't become your advantage anymore. So it's a cool little like strategic thing that they included. I love that idea. I think it's great.
yeah. So we nailed half of it. Like obviously the lava's probably gonna hurt us, but it turning the zombies into the scorched zombies, such a neat thing that I was happy to see. I kind of want to skip the part that I know you and I probably want to talk about for now, and
Okay,
go straight into the ghostly rifleman trap. It's
dude.
just neat. The, the traps this year, at least some of them are really neat. I mean, I always liked the one on Ashes, on Van Dorn Farm, but it's all over Ashes, just because of that weird music that plays, and
Mhm.
obviously it's super devastating because it's an instant kill for all enemy types except for specials and elites, and it just plays that weird music. It
And it has
pulls
the
them
monkey
in.
bomb effect. Yeah.
Yeah, so neat. What the Astra one was pretty neat as well, with the missiles firing, which can hurt you even if you have PhD, which does piss me off a little bit.
Yeah,
But
that was a choice. I mean that, and then the whatever the laser thing that you used to kill Oscar as well.
yeah, they've done pretty well with making the traps fit the map this year for sure. Obviously the one on Ashes, like I said, you can tell it was like put together like by people trying to survive, like just make it play weird sounds to attract them, and like
Right.
it felt like something out of like the transit era of like in the story, like people just doing their best to survive and making things like that. Like it fits Ashes so perfectly, and I
Yeah.
think most of the traps in BO7 have done pretty well at that. I guess like the electric trap on Paradox is more nostalgia than like something that necessarily fits, but
Yeah.
it works, and this is no different. Like it's literally like just spirits shooting at the
Yeah.
zombies, which is bizarre, but it's pretty freaking neat.
Yeah, dude. You know what? You know what that reminded me of? It reminded me of your I forget like exactly what the trap was. When me, you, and Moorman theorized different like equipment slash traps or whatever, or
Yeah.
score streaks. And your reckoning one, I remember thinking for some reason it's definitely it's something you put on the ceiling, right? And it's just like it just annihilates all the zombies. It shoots like lightning down or something, right?
It's Wonderwaff shots, yeah.
Yeah. And I remember thinking about that. I was like there doesn't have to be a reason behind it. It's just like a F it, like like we're just screw it, whatever. Like we're just killing zombies. That's what this trap feels like. This trap just feels like a F it, ghost snipers for no reason. Like who cares? Just summon the like samurai ghost snipers and like does it to your point like Van Dorn Farm. It feels like it's something that like survivors made to like out of like scraps in order to survive the hordes better. This one's just like I said, F it, like ghost snipers for no reason. Like
calling on the spirits to help out. It's funny. I when you brought up that whole list, I thought you were gonna talk about Warman's idea with like the pirate ship, because that kind of I think that kind of fits that too.
I mean, there's a lot of crazy ideas we had in that episode.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I guess that I didn't even. It was basically just. It was really just like the
weirdness of it.
Yeah, just the theme of it being like F it, fun thing is killing zombies. Like why not? And then it's really sick. So that's awesome. I'm also super intrigued to see what the upgrade for that field looks like. I don't know. Did you see that thing at the like sort of the bottom of the zombies part of the blog post where they go over like the different challenges?
Oh no.
Okay, so that's...
Did I miss that?
Sounds like it. So basically they spoil some of the challenges that we can do. And one of them is upgrading the trap. And there's a couple other ones that I think are very interesting as well. And I'd like to talk about those if you can find them. I'm looking at the reflection in your glasses just to see if I can see them.
Oh my gosh. I do see the picture of the Hellhound, which is... so sick. I did see that one before. These are all bundles, which
I can explain the 3 challenges if you want. Or if you want to keep searching.
Go for it, and I will just keep looking for the visual of it.
Okay. I don't think there's a visual actually. Or maybe there is. I don't remember. But so basically they sort of spoiled, I think, like a handful of challenges, but there's really 3 that stuck out to me.
Okay.
And I don't know if they're dark ops or just like mastery. I don't know, like the challenge side of things. But one of them is upgrade the samurai sniper trap thing.
Okay.
One of them is complete an obstacle course on Kowakujo. So there's some kind of like parkour obstacle course thing that we're doing. And hopefully that has like real in-game rewards, so like we're incentivized to do it every match as opposed to just like getting the calling card and carrying on.
Right.
And then the third one is, I guess there's like stray cats around the map, and we have to like whatever, like collect them or something. I don't remember what the terminology was, but like interact with like these stray cats around the map.
I see it now. Find all of the stray cats on Kowakujo.
Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting. Oh, and then another one that came to mind, but I can save that for when we talk about the thing that we both want to talk about the most.
Okay. I'm glad I found it.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts on... I guess, what are your thoughts on that stuff being revealed in the blog post? And then what are your thoughts about like the individual things or like any... hypotheses that you might have about them?
Yeah, I mean, stuff like that. Like, I see that they redacted one about the wonder weapon, which we'll talk about. I kind of wish they would have redacted some of the things like that. Like, maybe like find all the stray cats. Like, it's just gonna be like a thing to search for. It doesn't really spoil anything. But as far as like upgrading a trap or something like an obstacle course as like a side quest, I think they probably should have avoided putting that directly in the blog post, but
yeah,
it's fine. It has me excited. Upgrading the trap though. When's the last time we've been able to do that besides like Reckoning?
Yeah, I was gonna say
I think.
Reckoning was the last, I think, unless I don't know some of the side eggs for the BO7 maps, but
Yeah, I think the last time was Reckoning. So glad to see it here again. I have no idea what that would involve, or I hope we at least get like a visual change, like maybe the spirits go red or something, and
that'd be sick.
maybe
Yeah, maybe you get
the
more.
yeah, or maybe it'll be that pre-upgraded they're shooting normal shots and then maybe they're pack-a-punched
Okay.
when you upgrade it. I'm not sure. They could go a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
um oh, I feel like crap. Complete the obstacle course. I wonder if that was thrown in there after the like pretty good reception of free run. I wonder if it's gonna be something like that, something akin to that at least.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty fun.
I think it was because I had a similar idea, and I think Warman might have mentioned it as well, where it's like maybe that's part of like the points being like the essence drops being on the rooftops is maybe like if you
Oh yeah.
like take a route that collects all the essence drops, maybe that's like the quote unquote obstacle course.
Oh, he's so right.
And
It's
I'm hoping at the end of that is like a free perk or something, just like similar to Rev, where it's like you don't just get the calling card or whatever they're giving you. Like there's actually like a reason to do it every game, and like it's just fun to do. So like do it anyway.
yeah. They've been doing pretty good with the side quests this year, so that sounds perfect. I would love that.
And then the stray cat thing as well. My mind instantly went to the rats on Citadel. I'm wondering if it's a similar
Yeah.
thing to that, where you get something for what is it, like just interacting with all the cats around the map.
And it would be nice if whatever we got as a reward besides a calling card, if anything, was something like a helmet with an effect. That'd be pretty neat.
You
But-
get cat ears for
Yeah.
that.
Dude, I think they'll actually do that. I think you
That'd be
cracked
funny.
it.
We'll see.
But
That'd
I
be
hope it has an
hilarious.
effect.
Yeah, I wonder what that would be.
Yeah, if it were something like doesn't take damage in the lava, I'd be even more upset that they put it in the blog post, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Right.
As far as the Pack-a-Punch camos go, not the cursed ones because we haven't seen those, but what do you think about the Pack-a-Punch camo?
They look so sick. Yeah, I feel like the blog posts never do the Pack-a-Punch camos justice, because every time I
Agreed.
get them in game, they look so much better than they did on a blog post. So,
Yep.
and those, I mean, they look amazing. Obviously, we haven't seen like still, or we are seeing still shots of them and not like videos or anything. So,
Yeah, and it does
sure they're
note
gonna
that they're animated, of course.
yeah. So I'm sure that yeah, they're gonna look even better in game, and I think they look amazing, dude. There's a lot of like GK parallels going on with Kowakujo.
Dude, yeah.
It's like intro cutscene falling out of the sky. You got the dragon. You have the dragon scale camo. Some people are theorizing a 2-part boss fight with the first part potentially being a dragon. Yeah, there's some craziness going on, but
Crazy.
yeah, the pack camos look amazing. Super excited to see the cursed ones, but what are your thoughts overall on the pack camos?
Have camos look cool. You just reminded me, like, depending what they use for the cursed camos, I might even switch these out for the cursed ashes ones, because those are the Garad
Yeah. Oh, dude, those are so sick,
camos.
dude. Side note, all the camos we've gotten, standard and cursed, are phenomenal. Like, they're all so sick.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't point out a single bad camo in the entire collection that we have.
No, they've been kicking ass in that department, of course. And then the Cypher, yeah, the Cypher cursed Pack-a-Punch camos, Flame Cypher, Toxic, and Blood. Like, all the cursed camos have been brought back from the past. Do you have any idea what what those might be.
Cypher camos. That's a good question.
I think it was Warman that said maybe shadows.
Ooh, okay.
I'm not sure what it would be, but it's got me intrigued.
Yeah, that's a good question. I gotta think of. Is there a theme to like? So like the GK one on Ashes is BO3. I'm trying to think of the other ones. Like, is there a game that they're like mainly sticking to for these like cursed pap camos?
Well, they did.
Rev was the Paradox.
GK Rev. Astra was Origins.
Peak.
And then Totenreich.
Wait, did you say Astra was Origins?
It was Origins, yeah. Or sorry, Revelations. Wait.
Huh. Wait, what?
Wait.
What's Paradoxes?
I'm tripping.
All right.
Rev is Paradox. Paradox is Rev. Astra is Origins.
Okay.
And then Totenreich is BO4's 9.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, something BO3 or BO4, I guess. Unless they decide, or no, because Origins. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know like where to begin on that. I personally don't have a guess for it.
I don't either.
The most obvious one would be GK, but they already did that for Ashes, so obviously they're not doing that here. But
yep.
Yeah, all the camos, standard and cursed, look amazing. The camo they have that we're seeing for standard looks off the charts, and I'm super excited to get it in game.
Hell yeah.
Specifically on the new what are they called?
Legacy weapons.
Legacy weapon. Yep. Being the PPSH, I love that. I think that's like the PPSH. I think is most people's favorite. I mean, obviously the MP40 is a classic. I think was it you that told me you really like the STG?
Oh yes. Oh my baby.
STG is a classic. But like the PPSH, getting the dragon scale camo on that, dude, it's gonna be so sick.
It's GK all over again.
Dude, it's very GK.
Dude, I just realized, it's the PPSH again.
It's crazy, bro. Maybe the wonder weapon doesn't have a quest and we just get out of the box, just like GK.
And it's the Gauntlet of Siegfried.
I'm in. That'd be peak.
It would function different than any wonder weapon we've ever had.
That would be
specialist.
So cheap. Oh my gosh, that'd be so cheap.
Yeah, I don't want that. I'll like not as the wonder weapon, but I would love a way to get that.
Yeah. But yeah, what are your thoughts on the PPSH being back? Is like, did you want something else in mind, or did you want something else, or are you happy with that?
I mean, the PPSH is a classic. I would have preferred the STG, like, especially because we already got an SMG in Totenreich.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine though. It doesn't seem like they're. The biggest shame to me with this is that they're not just in the box on all the maps. I know you're pretty okay with that. But they're so rare. It's like, I don't know. As for the PPSH, the weapon itself, it's fine. I'm sure it'll be very fun to use, especially with the GK camo on it, and it'll feel just like old times. So yeah, I'm fine with it. What about you?
Yeah, I love it. It's my favorite legacy weapon. Every time, like when I play GK, I'm taking the PPSH over everything. Like I do not care. I'm getting the PPSH.
Yeah.
We talked about sort of the problem with like BO6, at least for me, and it's like such a nitpicky thing, but I hate putting attachments on it because the attachments make it look less like the PPSH. Yeah, dude, it just has such a classic look to it and feel, like the crazy fire rate, the drum mag, everything like that. Like, yeah, I love it. I'm super excited to use it. Like, first thing I do, I think, when I load up is I'm spinning the box till I get a fire sale, and I'm trying to sort of speed run my way into getting the PPSH. So, yeah, super excited to use it. Get the Pabcom on it. It's, great choice in my opinion. I love it.
All right, do we talk about the thing?
I think we have to talk about the thing, yeah.
Which won't take long because, yeah, it's the wonder weapon, and we have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
How exciting! Like, this is what I'm talking about by don't tell us too much. Phenomenal. We have no idea, except for some words I'll let you say if you got it pulled up.
Like, so I don't have it pulled up, but
Okay.
yeah, it's fascinating, man. Like on one hand, I'm such a sucker for like seeing stuff early as long as it's not too much. Like I don't know, like I remember I was at the gym when like they were teasing Reckoning and they teased that gif of like reloading Gorgafex or like shooting Gorgafex and like reloading it. I
Yeah.
was like, dude, come on. And so like if they did that, obviously it would have been the same, but like they're not showing us anything. And like right now, Treyarch is doing like the ultimate like aura gamble by not showing us the wonder weapon. Like this thing better freaking rip. And
Yeah.
one thing that came to mind for me was that one of the challenges is get 25 kills with the wonder weapon in 5 seconds 25 times. And so obviously it's capable of getting 25 kills in 5 seconds, which you can't say that about every BO7 wonder weapon. I'm looking at you, LGM.
Ain't that right?
And the other ones, like the other ones as well, like unless you have an insta kill, I don't think you're not doing it with. I don't think you're doing it with a Sundergat unless you have an insta kill.
You'd have to have a big horde. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, I mean, the gauntlet you could, but like that would be kind of. I feel like that'd be pretty tough.
Yeah.
And then
I-
Jotun I don't, like unless you're using like
Jotun is the best contender.
I feel like the launch, like the fireball attack, would be the best way to do it. But like, so at least to me, this suggests that this wonder weapon's at least going to be like somewhat powerful and like have a big, I guess, like horde killing potential, where like the LGM obviously doesn't. So I don't know whether to be like excited about that because like a wonder weapon, anyone, like a wonder weapon by nature should be able to wipe out a horde on its own, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know, man. That being a challenge somewhat worries me because it's like
Is
these
it
are
hard
things.
to do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like a little worried about that. At the same time, we know that it's capable of doing that. I guess we'll just have to see. And like, I wonder if it has that challenge, like with popping insta kills in mind, or like waiting to get an insta kill. I don't know. There's a lot of like questions I have surrounding it, but that does give us just a little bit of like insight of like damage wise what the wonder weapon will be like.
That's a great point. It may have been exactly the same, if not very similar, but I know the Jotun Star also has a challenge just like that,
Okay.
for the Totenreich Mastery calling cards. So in the Totenreich, excuse me, the Jotun Star it kills very efficiently. So even though it has that kind of challenge, like it's just a matter of like not just like swinging and stopping and backing up and swinging. Like
Yeah.
it can kill that efficiently if you're like that, like on them, if that makes sense. So I figure this is going to be a similar sort of thing.
Okay.
But yeah, that was a good way to look at it because I didn't even think about the challenge. Yeah, I'm pretty confident it's going to kill efficiently enough. I don't. It doesn't sound like it's going to be a sort of point and delete thing if it is that kind of challenge, but
Yeah.
maybe they're saving that for the finale. Although people think it's also going to be an elemental set, which they can't all be one shot kills if it's a
Why
sort
not?
of set, because then they'd all feel the same.
I mean, if it said 50 zombies in 5 seconds 25 times, I would be so hyped. But
Yeah.
yeah, unfortunately, it isn't that kind of wonder weapon by the sound of things. But I mean, apparently, like Treyarch thinks this is like the greatest thing ever, and like we're not worthy of even a crumb of information from them of it. So potentially the highlight of the map is going to be the wonder weapon. We don't even know like if it's probably not a melee wonder weapon, but like we don't even know if it's like a weapon slot or like melee or something crazy. Like apparently
Yeah.
well, we haven't seen it, so I guess we do know that it's crazy. But yeah, so that was one little like tidbit that I sort of at least like jumped off the page to me. And then another one is in the blog post, the wording, they sort of say like something, I don't have it pulled up in front of me, but it's something along the lines of like, what form will it take? I think that's what they say.
It does say that verbatim. It also calls it mystical, which is very fitting for Kowakujo.
Yeah. So is it reading too much into it? If like, do we just think when it says what form will it take, does that just mean like, what is it? Like what will it be kind of thing? Or do you think it's like
Does it
something that
change?
takes different forms?
Yeah.
What do you think? Like if you had to guess right now.
That is very peculiar wording.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
peculiar wording in the blog post.
Yes, there is. Yeah, is it are we thinking like Chrysalax type of like it's got two totally
Mhm.
different forms, but
But we have
then
seen that, we've
again
experienced that before though.
we've experienced that. So yeah, it's tricky. I wonder if it's maybe something that changes all on its own. So like the Cerberus, you can change its forms manually if you have the stuff. Chrysalax, you can do it whenever, depending on if you have ammo for the shooting variant. This one, it could be something that just as you play, every 100 kills with it or something becomes something new, and you have to adapt how you play with it.
Ooh,
That would be sick.
that'd be sweet. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, dude. It's hard to even theorize. Like we don't know what it looks like. We don't have a name. Like, and it's something we've never experienced. It's like if like you asked me to like think of a color that I've never seen before or something. Like I just can't. Like I can't
yeah,
even theorize on like what's going on.
and we've
So
tried.
yeah, it's tough because like we have what 100-ish zombies maps all time. A lot of ideas have been explored. Like we've seen a lot of wonder weapons. So um, yeah, I don't know, man. It's exciting though, especially since they're sort of keeping it from us. Do you, like I guess without knowing what the wonder weapon is, would you want at least a little tidbit, like a picture of it or like a name, something like that, or would you prefer something like this where like we go in completely blind?
You know, I feel like a name of the wonder weapon would not be asking too much, but considering this really hasn't been done before, in if it has been done, has not been done in so long, I just want to see how it goes going in blind. I think that's going to be
Okay.
so fun and exciting.
Yeah, good way of changing it up. Yeah. I always felt like it would be best if they like left the elite off and they just like just run 16 hits and a giant samurai with a club comes out and starts swinging at you.
I wish they would have done it. Even like after they gave us the picture of the like sort of poster thing, just leave it at that. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Then you would have been surprised about the electric range attack, but
Yeah. Just get zapped like 100 feet away. Just get absolutely lasered by the thing.
yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, what are your thoughts overall on the blog post? Are you happy with everything that we saw or
I'm super happy, super excited. At the time of this filming, we have 3 days, less than
less than
if you're
3
talking
days?
about the
Yeah.
beginning of the day.
Yeah.
Cannot be more excited. The last thing I wanted to touch on is the fact that they did bring back leaderboard events, but they're making them function in a different way. Yeah, so it says I'll have to find exactly where it says it, but it's essentially that leaderboard events are back, and now instead it'll go in 3-hour increments, and whoever's first place at the end of one 3-hour increment will get those first place rewards and be done with the event, and then it'll continue on and continue on, and every 3 hours someone will get a first place placement. And yeah, if you don't get first, you can try for first as long as the full event time goes. And I think that is like a perfect way, if they still wanted to do competitive leaderboard events, like you got to do it like that,
Yeah.
because the whole one and done thing, I'm sure
Yeah.
like everyone's FOMO, mine especially. Like I said, even the multiplayer ones, like I don't play multiplayer a lot, and I still had to get all those first places, and I did. But it was purely out of FOMO, and I think that'll all be relaxed a little bit now. So I'm very fond of that as well. But yeah, all in all, super excited for that. Super excited for Kowakujo, man.
Yeah, just quickly on the leaderboard events. I'm not someone that like gets the FOMO. I'm just like, okay, I guess I don't get the camo. Like, there's like
Fair.
hundreds of other sick camos in the game. Like, if I don't have this one specific one, then I guess I'll deal with it. I mean, infestation is like that'll just be like the base, unless I feel like something else is sick enough. Like the illicit cargo ones that we just got, all 5 of those are really cool. So I'm fine throwing any of those on. But yeah, no, I think this is a good middle ground. It sort of, I guess, disqualifies the first place person every 3 hours. Like, they aren't allowed to, like, they're taken out of the pool, I guess, of people that can compete for it. So, yeah, really good way of just letting a bunch of people, you know, sort of compete for the same thing and not like have some sweaty dork who like doesn't have a job just annihilate you and your leaderboard, and yeah, you just get second because you're employed. So, yeah, no, I think it's a really fun middle ground that they found. Yeah, it just kind of spices things up. I have no issues with it, but I say that as somebody who didn't really care too much if I got first or 10th the first go around. So,
Sure.
yeah.
And all I'll say is, if nothing else, if Kowakujo is an F tier map, at least Nicolas Cage is finally in Call of Duty.
Thank goodness. That's the real main news of the week, honestly. Like, Kowakujo's a side thing at this point. Dude, Nick Cage definitely has some insane lines. Like, he definitely has just some ridiculous nonsense that he's gonna say if you play as him.
I gotta hear what he says in Zombies, bro.
Oh, gosh.
With that said, that's the blog post, and I guess now we will kick it back over to our past selves who have no idea what they're in store for
Those idiots.
now.
Those naive idiots.
So, enjoy. With that said, let's go ahead and get into the dead drops. How was the blog post? Was it cool? Or did we not get one? This is us from the past.
Real quick, do you think we're getting one? Do you think just...
We have to. We have to.
All right.
Like, don't spoil too much, you know? But, like, we gotta get something.
Right.
Tell us Widows is coming back at least. Jesus.
Please.
Okay. So, first off, we're gonna get this question from Shelly, who says, do you think they'd ever do a celebrity crew again, or do you think we're stuck with collab operators for the rest of time? Bonus, if another is possible, who's your dream celebrity crew?
Oh man, yeah. So this is a tough one because. So will we ever get a celebrity crew again? When was the last time we got a, like, does the Dead of the Night, like, does that crew count as a celebrity crew? I don't know if any of those are like actual like real life.
Oh, they are.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yeah, those are celebrities, bro.
I don't know, bro. I'm not the pop culture guy like you are, man. So that was the last like celebrity crew that we got then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like dedicated, yeah.
So it's been a decade. Not quite, but I don't know. Like, part of me wonders if that's sort of like a thing of the past with Treyarch. And then I sort of think like maybe they just, like, I feel like they've earned the right to like have us believe in them again. And I'm wondering if me like not thinking that they'll do a celebrity crew is just like ill will, or like not believing that because we get all the bogus like Beavis and Butthead operators and stuff.
Right.
If I had to pick, like, they're crushing it though, and like I feel like part of crushing it is like having celebrity crews on in the future. Like, not this game. I think there was too much important like story building in this game for them to include one. Maybe in BO8, but if I had to pick right now, I would say no. I think that we just, and like I hate saying that because I would love a celebrity crew.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now I'm thinking no. And then should I answer the bonus one as well, or should I let you go and then I come back to the bonus one?
Go for it.
So 2 ideas came to mind for the bonus crew. The first one that came to mind. This isn't my actual answer. My actual answer is the second one. But the first crew that came to mind was basically just like the big Zombies YouTubers. One, because I think that they would have an absolute blast saying like the voice lines. Like they would be so down, and I think that's like half of the fun. And then obviously
Yeah.
playing as them would be fun as well. If I had to like come up with like the specifics of the crew, it'd be like Noah J, maybe like Milo, Pizza, and then
Dalek.
yeah, dude, yeah, Dalek would have to be on it. So that crew would be fun. The other one that came to mind would be it would basically just be like the guys from Grown Ups. So it'd be Adam Sandler, David Spade, Kevin James, and Chris Rock. It would just be so stupid that I would be like fully on. That feels so like IW though.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's some IW shit.
But
Get it out of here.
I would be down for it. Basically just because I mean, I didn't know that like the Dead of the Night crew were real life people, so that shows you like my sort of narrow pop culture understanding.
Yeah.
But that would be the crew that I pick if I had to pick a celebrity crew. But the much more nuanced and educated AQW is going to give you a better answer, Shelly. So here you go.
So yeah, just very quickly, I think with how the operator system functions in its current state, I don't think we're going to be getting a celebrity cast this year, of course, for reasons Shorbz just went over too. But if they keep the operator system the same in the next Treyarch game, I don't think it's gonna happen. That would be them losing out on money. They could very easily, I feel like, just slot 4 more people in as dedicated operators whenever that map comes out, but I just don't see it. Fortunately, I at least have an idea for Treyarch. I did steal one because Shelly gave a list of like some horror icons that would work as a cool crew. I did steal one. If you want to see Shelly's, go ahead and join the pack. Link will be in the description there, and you can see what Shelly thought. But for me, I stole Nev Campbell, Final Girl, Sidney Prescott from the Scream franchise. Brad Dourif, the voice of Chucky. He was also in was it one or both of the Rob Zombie Halloween movies? He's got a phenomenal voice. He was also in Exorcist 3. Love Brad Dourif. Keith David, obviously he's just a famous voice, famous face, but he was very notoriously in The Thing. I will say, if he did not pass away, I would have preferred to give Keith David's spot to Tony Todd. Tony Todd's the freaking GOAT, man. And last but not least, we'll go with Angela Bassett, very famously in not just the Black Panther movies, but in the American Horror Story season. So that'll be my horror celebrity cast. I think they'd all do absolutely phenomenal.
There you go, Shelly. That was much better than my answer. I'm hoping that was satisfactory for you.
With that said, thank you, Shelly, for the question. I think I just had a voice crack while talking about Shelly. I don't even need to shout you out.
Thank you for taking the reins, Mr. Debbie. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Shelly. Next up is going to be Lord Honga, who says, with a super Easter egg reward pretty likely, do you think it will track both BO6 and BO7 completions? Could there be 2 different rewards depending on completing all or just BO7? And what do you think those rewards could be? I let Lord Honga know that we would be answering this question, but we'll keep it sort of brief because we're definitely going to do an episode going over all the possible things that we might want to see from a super Easter egg at the end of BO7. As for, are they going to do separate ones for just BO7 and BO6? I don't personally think so. I think the way that Kevin Drew sort of answered it is that BO6 and BO7 are this sort of like collective package. So I think it's going to be more of an all or nothing thing. But if they were to do something like that, I would say, and this is just one small idea that people have given for a long time now, that would be BO7 would be the main thing to give you all the really beefy stuff. And maybe if you did all the BO6 ones, you can get a Director Richtofen skin in both BO6 and BO7. So that'll be my little quick answer without going into all the crazy stuff, because we will cover that at some point.
Yeah, great answer. Yeah, I think that would make sense if they were to do both. They would sort of do like the meat and potatoes of it would be the BO7 completion. If you do BO6, you get like some smaller stuff on the side as well. Um, I don't think it would track across both. Like, I think you're asking a lot from the players, and I feel like Treyarch and like the modern zombies doesn't. They like prefer not to ask a lot of the players. Um, I don't think that there would be two different rewards. For like obviously the second question sort of assumes that it would be like BO6 plus BO7. If they did do that, I think that they would probably just have it be all or nothing. Like it wouldn't be as much as I would love for like Debbie's idea to be correct. I don't think that they would go that route. I think that they would just be like everything BO6, BO7. Do all that, you get some kind of cool super Easter egg reward. In terms of like what that reward would be, dude, I feel like there's so many ideas, and I don't know like which one is the best. Like right away, I think of like IW and like that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe like start off with X amount of points, or like all doors are free, like something along those lines where it's. Yeah, I think the key would be like opening the map quicker. At least like that's sort of what comes to mind immediately. I know a lot of people will say like you get the cursed relics in standard, or not the relics, like you get the cursed rewards in standard. That's another idea. But yeah, nothing like too specific comes to mind. It's one of those things where BO3 we get the RK5, and BO7 that means nothing because we can start off with whatever the heck we want. Right? Maybe it's a second gun. Maybe we get two guns to start off. Like you can have like your standard, and then it's like yeah, dude. Maybe that's it. Maybe I just solved
weapons?
it. I just solved it. Look at me go. So yeah, just some ideas there. It's probably better if I stop yapping so we can save all the details for a future video. But that's
all great ideas.
Yep.
Write those down for the
Thank
future.
You. Thank you, Mr. Debbie.
Yeah. With that said, thank you, Lord Hunger, for the question. Next up is going to be Aqua Imperative, who asks, if the next Zombies game had to copy the fundamentals and mechanics and systems of any Zombies game from the past, which would you like to see? And then he goes on to say, maps could be designed in any fashion or style. They would just use the core mechanics of whichever game is chosen as the template.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the BO3 shell. I think it has to be BO3. I think just BO3 crushed it with mechanics, systems, fundamentals, all that. Like, the movement is great. I love the system in terms of like gobblegum and like map unique specialties, or specialists. The shields being thematic to the map are great. I know like obviously BO3 is like very well regarded, and like for the maps obviously, but the way that they tied everything in and made each map feel even that much more special is I think a huge testament to the mechanics and like the sort of core gameplay of BO3. So plus who doesn't love just slide hopping around the map all the time? So yeah, for me, if I was making a game, it would be BO3. It would be the fundamentals.
Fair enough. I went with a game that I don't have that much experience with, but I know a lot of the ins and outs to do with it, and that's going to be Infinite Warfare. I think it would be very interesting to base go back to sort of the foundation of IW. One thing I really liked about it was the weapon kits system, that you could get different like variations of different guns and still put attachments on those. I think it was a good upgrade to the BO3 weapon kit system, along with little things like a 5 perk limit instead of 4, and being able to refund your perks. Just little things like that I think are huge quality of life things. And yeah, I would be very happy if they did a mode based on something simpler like that. Yeah, what do you think about that, Georgie?
I mean, like, I would like it, don't get me wrong. I'm surprised you chose IW just because you haven't played it, or like not too much at least. No, I would be a fan of that, especially you mentioned like the weapon kits and stuff at the beginning. Yeah, I think that's sort of something that is missing in like sort of the more modern games is the collecting stuff. Like, I don't know, we have like bundles, but it's not really the same, if that makes sense. I think IW
Yeah.
has some charm in terms of, you know, like there's a specific, I forget the like base gun as well as the variant that they have, but like there's a specific gun that you can build that's really good for killing the rhino things in the Beast from Beyond boss fight. So I think like stuff like that is the right way of doing out of game progression. And I would be a big fan if they did, yeah, something like that. So yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I could have easily chose BO3 if it wasn't for I like having some gun customization besides just like camos and attachments, and having those little like variant powers, like just having a larger mag even if you don't have an extended mag equipped or something. I just like the idea of that. It makes all the variants feel sort of distinct.
Right.
Yeah. With that said, Aqua, thank you very much for the question. Next up is going to be Dr. Tabadai, who asks, if you could make one change to any or all special or elite enemies, what would it be? I very simply said, make the Necropincer an elite, give it more health, make it a little bit more foreboding, and I've been saying that for weeks. I love the Necropincer so much, I just wish he were a bit more of a threat.
Okay. Yeah, before I get into mine, I agree with that. I think it would be much better if it was an elite. Not that we already gave the whole, not every map has to have an elite spiel, but it looks like an elite. I feel like it functions like one. It's just the health is not as great. And I also, just in like the base like gameplay, I would rather see a really like a daunting elite every 5 rounds compared to like a specialist that's kind of like pesky every round, if that makes sense.
For sure.
You know, like we talked about, the Zerso's done really well, so I agree with you on that. Mine would be mimics don't exist. No, mine would actually be, and I told Debbie, and I didn't tell him the answer, but I said it was kind of cheap. But you let me know if this is cheap, Debbie. I would just say like we never reuse an elite or a special in zombie, like period, in zombies. So like, and I'm talking like down to the like dogs. Like we would see dogs once and never again, and they would have to come up with like a new idea. And so I just think the like enemy variety that we would get would be so fun to talk about, because you would never see like, it was a huge problem in BO6 with like the amalgams and stuff. I think that game would have definitely benefited the most from sort of like never reusing an elite or a special.
Interesting. So yours was more a change in like the design philosophy of the non-zombie enemies. So kind of with what you said, does that mean like if in your perfect world, because they've done Hellhounds before, they wouldn't do something like the Radhounds in Paradox?
I think they would have to like get close, like sort of toe the line a little bit every now and then, like Tigers from 9.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, those are kind of dogs, but like they get a pass, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that would be the ideal scenario. Obviously, that's like the most wishful thinking ever, because we've got like, it's not even like Hellhounds aren't a problem at all, and they've been reused a ton. But yeah, I would just like to see, I don't know, like I said earlier, like the BO6 maps would have benefited greatly from having map unique enemies for every single map, as opposed to, you know, reusing a bunch of stuff. So yeah, that's my answer.
It's a great answer. I mean, you could only hope that everything would be brand new every single time. I would add a small caveat just for me, because I love my nostalgia bait every so often. to bring something back old, if it were done sparingly, I think it could be done correctly and be done well. But in general, yeah, I obviously love your idea. With that said, Dr. Tabadai, thank you very much for the question. And last but not least, Thomas P16X asks, assuming BO8 Zombies goes back to classic mechanics, would you still want to have all of the quote grindy aspects like we do now, such as the camo grind, events, and relics, etc.?
Yeah, I did. This one I went back and forth on. I think yes, because, so I guess I'll sort of give the, so I do think yes, it would be good to have those. I think it just keeps like the player occupied for longer. Like, for instance, the what is it, cargo thing event that just happened, like
Yeah.
those camos, like those are fun. It gets you in every mode, and like if the game is good, like it'll be more of a testament to like how good the game is if like you actually do explore those extra modes and you have a good time doing it, which is what happened for me when I did that event.
Yep.
So I do think that's good. Yeah, I would still want all those. It's fun grinding for that stuff, especially like the attachments, like the breacher, like Argus lever thing. Like that makes the breacher so much more fun to use. I think one of the LMGs has like a attachment where it makes it a little bit more lightweight and feels more like an AR.
Yep.
Stuff like that. Super fun grinding for. I will say, if I guess I just would never want Treyarch to view zombies as like a camo grind mode.
Yeah.
So as long as they can avoid doing that, I think that we're fine. But like the second that they start, and like I don't think they are, because like BO7 is like the clearest example that they don't, because we have one like routinely killable elite.
Yeah.
So I don't think that they do. I would just hope that they would not. I think it might be a little bit of a slippery slope, but so far it looks like that they can sort of navigate those waters pretty well. So I would lean on yes. I think that they should bring it back.
Yeah, I agreed with you. I said keep the grind. If nothing else, for just the way that it sometimes it obviously keeps things engaging in moments of not like whole new maps coming out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's nothing but a great thing. And like you said, the ways that it can make you engage with the game differently than you otherwise would, I think is a huge thing. The only thing I ask is, like, don't do leaderboard events anymore. Those are a little too sweaty, even in zombies. It did get me to my first round 100 on the Mars survival thing, but to be having to like fight with someone for that is a little much. I think it would be much easier if you still did things like that, where getting to high rounds would grant you rewards, just not competitively necessarily against one. I don't think zombies at its core is meant to be something competitive. When you get into like speed running and things like that, like races to round 999 and stuff like that, I get it. But as for even just your like standard like hardcore zombies players, I don't think anyone's wanting to sweat their butts off for certain things like that. But otherwise, I think BO7 has done fantastic, and I would personally like to see it again. With that said, Thomas, thank you so much for the question. And it looks like, oh, Shelly gets another question. Shelly says, "Where's the blog?" I don't know.
We don't know, Shelly, or do we?
Or do we? Was the blog here? I hope so.
You tell
we really
us,
wanted
Shelly.
the blog.
Shelly, where's the blog at, dog?
Did you forget to hit post?
Maybe that's what happened.
Do you have anything?
It's in Treyarch's drafts right now. They're like, oh shoot, we didn't drop the blog.
My God.
Do I have anything else to say? Just super excited for Kowakujo. I don't think it's gonna be nothing less than peak. Like I literally am fully expecting it to be S tier based off everything that we've seen so far. Atmospherically, might be the best map in the game, saying a lot. I guess real quick, how do you think this? Like, do you think it's gonna be? I don't. It feels like they. I guess I don't know if it feels like it's gonna be a large map. I think it might be like a medium-sized map.
Really?
I think so.
Interesting.
What do you
I
think?
don't know. I'd be nervous if they started pulling back at the end. I think it doesn't often happen where they keep the momentum going from start to finish. And obviously Paradox was a bit of a lull. But it seems like a lot of times in zombies, like they might start off strong and then just like at the ass end, everything kind of falls apart.
It falls apart, yeah.
Because like Activision's like, screw you, like we're worried about MW4.
Yeah.
So I hope that's not a case of that, and like we just have 3 strong maps in a row: Totenreich, Kowakujo, and the finale map.
I hope you're right, man. Based off everything we're seeing, like Oni, the dragon, the wonder weapon that we've never experienced before, according to Kevin Drew,
Yeah.
the like map specific events of like walking and like coughing as you're like walking through the lava that you have to jump over, like Kowakujo is going to be S tier, guys. Like, let's just put it in Sharpie right now. And if it isn't, check out AQW on Twitter and yell at him in the comments, because this is actually his take. But it's going to be amazing. I'm super excited for it. I'm definitely looking forward to talking about it next week with you. And yeah, maybe the blog post will show somewhere on like the Wonder Weapon and stuff. But for now, what we do have is absolutely incredible. I'm stoked.
I know a certain someone that's not gonna like that you're already calling it S tier, but we won't get into that. If you guys all liked and enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. It means the absolute world to us and just makes us want to keep doing this every week for you guys. If you want to join the pack, get in on the conversation with us, you can hit the Discord link down below. We love interacting with you guys. We have such a welcoming and inclusive and just excited, energetic community and family in the pack Discord. So if you want to be a part of that, please hit the link down below. And thank you guys for watching. We're super stoked for Kowakujo, and you already know next week's pod we're gonna be glazing the hell out of it. So with that said, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next week. Peace.